So, mothers can be weird.
They can be.
They can be weird. Yeah. Everyone's mom's a little bit different, but everyone's mom's a little bit the same. And that's kind of how like sitcoms work. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the sitcom mom, you're always like, that's totally my mom. And then you're like, well, it's totally my mom too. But that's just because moms...
In general.
Yeah. And they're always... I hate to say it because I love moms around here. Studio 48, and especially Studio 48 and me. I love Jose. Moms. And Jose. All of us here. But they can be a little condescending.
They can be.
Yeah, sometimes.
A little condescending. Like... Yeah. Sort of like one of those, like, you know, like, let's say you're about to play a show, you know? You're, like, a little bit nervous. And your mom's like, oh, honey, like, don't worry. No one's going to be there. You know, like, it makes you feel better, but worse at the same time.
You don't know how you feel. You're like, thank you, but what do you mean?
Yeah, thank you, but, like, ouch.
Hey, that makes you working on. That's as good as it's going to get, you know?
Yeah, dude, for real. And honestly, it goes down to the core of things. Because... even Mother Nature can be a real asshole, you know? Like, Mother Nature can be beautiful, just like every woman in the world, and mothers especially. They're beautiful, you know? But then every once in a while, there's a fucking hurricane, or like a forest fire. Like, look at now. Like, look, dude, some dude was like, it's a boy. And Mother Nature was like, we wanted a girl. and just destroyed half of America.
Yeah.
Which, you know, we need to figure out how to do that. I don't even know. I don't know what to do.
Please help.
Yeah.
Well, I saw 71 corporations are responsible for 90% of all pollution, at least in North America. So,
yeah. I mean,
the average Joe can only do so much here.
Right, of course, yes. We're not asking people to go out to California.
We recycle.
Wherever the fuck. Yeah, you know, do your part, but also at the same time, there needs to be experts on this kind of now, or because I mean, I, as far as I'm concerned, there's been fires every year, pretty much. Yeah, every year.
Dude, California.
But that's not what this is about.
As much as we can and just find a fire and put it out.
Pee it out.
Flood it.
So in conclusion, how do you feel about moms?
Like, they can be condescending, but necessary, you know. And Mother Nature can be beautiful, and harmful, and that's like all of our mothers. So cheers to mothers, here at Studio 48. But this show is about
tunes.
About tunes from a specific year. But we have run out of decade, so we're at a crossroads here, boys.
Crossroads.
Yeah. So what do? We can go backwards in time.
Yep.
But I think we should wait. You know?
Oh, you mean my idea? No.
Yeah, whatever. My idea.
Hey, our idea.
We think we should wait. And let's do a best of. Like, let's do a...
Before we jump into 2000, 2001.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's do all 2010 to 2019. Anything goes. Pick your favorite four.
Okay.
And tell us why.
For it.
Okay. Yep.
I mostly picked ones that I missed, or, I mean...
Yeah, it's like a cleanup episode.
Man. I don't know. Favorite songs is hard. Songs I like is easy.
I kind of picked some of my favorite songs.
Hey, I see that.
Well, one of them is my favorite band. One of them's an interesting one, but two of them are definitely my favorite songs.
Hell yeah.
So, this is Mixtapes. My name's Ian.
I'm Brennan.
Jose.
Mason.
And this is a show where we talk about different songs. We kind of compile a list for you guys to listen to.
Yeah.
It's kind of new stuff. You guys probably should listen to it. So, Jose, what you got?
So for the first band, or the first song, I want to talk about Bring Me the Horizon. Because throughout this first season of episodes, or the first decade,
first like block.
I didn't bring him up because I felt like, I brought him up a few, like one or two times, but I could have bring him up on like almost every episode.
Yeah.
But I feel like people that know me or my friends would have expected that. So I was trying to like not go there.
Right.
To switch it up, you know?
Yeah.
But when we talk about the decades, in my favorite songs overall, these four bands definitely.
Yeah, but they will show up next like decade as well, because they were around for a long time. They've been around.
Yeah, they were.
They've been around. I think their first one was like 2006, 2005, 2006, somewhere around there. So they will be fully present. But dude, I mean, I'm sure Brennan could say more because this is like Brennan's favorite band of all time.
It's definitely one of them for me.
Yeah.
I love Bring Me the Horizon. They're a great band.
Yeah. And I'm sorry I didn't mention the name, but the name of the song is "That's the Spirit."
Yeah.
And it's off of that.
This same name out. Yep, which is everything. I love that record.
Yeah, show that puppy off.
That's
the album.
Dude, I've been listening to Bring Me the Horizon for a long time, and I feel like in this time period, this is the album that to me stuck out. Like to me, I rarely miss their shows, but to me, the show that they played in Orlando when this album came out, best show I've been to.
Really?
Like, and the shows that I went to after were crazier as of like lights and effects and stuff like that.
Yeah, they had more money.
But this album,
and what year?
2018.
2015?
Oh, 2015. My bad. Yeah, 2015. Yeah.
I saw them as well on that tour. Quite incredible. 68 was one of the...
I think I saw them on that tour.
Was one of the supporting bands. And what's his name? The guy who does vocals in that band. He lived in KC for a little bit.
Did
when did we see them at the old Beaumont Club?
Bring Me the Horizon. That was 2011.
Oh God,
wow.
That was early. Oh, wow. I feel old.
That was
holy shit.
2011. That was right after There Is a Hell. Believe Me, I've seen it. There Is a Heaven. Let's Keep It a Secret.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what an incredible record! They were on tour with A Day to Remember, who put out What Separates Me From You, which, while that may not have been the highest quality record they've ever done, the songs were and they didn't hold back on the songs.
If I remember correctly, they played that "I'm Made of Wax, Larry. What Are You Made Of?" at that show.
Yes,
which I thought was really cool because that was off of Homesick.
Oh, they played a lot of songs off of Homesick. Man, they played for an hour. They really brought it. They brought it. Bring the Horizon played for about 40 minutes. Bring the Horizon played a few different songs. They played Play for Plagues, which was really cool. They played that song. They played Diamonds On Forever. They closed out the set with a bunch of songs off the new record, and they closed out with Blessed with a Curse.
Oh, really?
It was the final song they played.
So, dude, they were like kind of going old school a little bit.
No, this was when that was new. That was when that was new. Yeah.
So this wasn't even out yet.
This was not out yet.
Spirit.
This is when they truly didn't care about being a metal band anymore.
No.
This was we're Bring Me the Horizon. We don't care about your genres and the things that you want us to provide.
You were actually talking about that earlier, and you brought up a really cool point about how they kept trying different types of metal until they ran out and then just went to something else.
I think they were more or less the best at what was cool. Like, they basically saw what was going on and gave...
catch on
because honestly, there was a lot of party metal happening in 2010.
Yeah. I mean, look at Justice Smile, dude. Look at that video.
That's a party video.
D's nuts.
But, you look at the guitar work, you look at the drum patterns, you look at the vocal pattern, you look at, the way the vocals are... They're unique. They don't sit in that category of what I would refer to as, bro metal or... party metal. They were with the times, and then they stopped listening to metal. Completely stopped listening to that genre altogether.
And I would just stop listening to music. I mean, I know they're really good graphic designers. I know they're really good filmmakers. They're doing other shit, so they're probably not too concerned about what everyone else is doing. But this isn't about me or you's opinion about Bring Me the Horizon. This is about Jose's pick.
Yeah, I just feel like
solid pick.
I just feel like the aggression on this specific album that came out of, especially the vocals, bro. For me, by far the vocals killed it. The drums sounded so huge. Like, the drums sounded huge, and I remember when I saw them live, dude. The drums sounded stupid fat. Like, I mean, their
quality gets better by age. I mean, they age like
they've
wine.
always been pretty high quality. I would say the quality has maintained a gold standard the entire time.
They were mixed well.
Shifted. Into this. Now, what was cool? This album has the song "Follow You" on it.
Follow You, yeah.
Which I adore that tune. When I saw them on this tour with Jennifer. And that was a song that we kind of danced to a little bit while you could. This is also about the time period where you start seeing the rock fest style people liking Bring Me the Horizon. There was a lot of people oh wow, you're here. I don't really bump into you when I'm working a show I don't want to be at. But now you're so it was really cool to see their fan base just literally describing soldering something to a piece of metal, it just melted right in. Like their fan base just boom, suddenly people from all over.
They started listening to the Rim Horizon.
So
for sure.
It is totally fitting that we bring this band up.
Yeah.
No, totally.
For the
And
first
I
thing
love
we
it
talk
when
about.
we bring up bands in this genre because Mason's insight into bands like this is impeccable. Mason, what do you think about like the growth of Bring Me the Horizon throughout?
Okay, so when I was in high school, me and my buddy, that's all I used to listen to was metal.
Really?
Yeah, actually.
I was being a dick.
Yeah, no.
Oh goddamn!
No.
All right, let it on me.
Okay, so
you weren't with. We were talking about this the other day. I didn't think you were being. I thought you were being.
No.
Yeah, he knows. He knows this music.
Oh really? I was
That's why he's on the
literally being
team,
a dick.
bro.
'Cause he was so quiet for so long. I was like,
and so, yeah.
I'm gonna let Mason talk.
Okay, so
Shut.
on Bring Me the Horizon, so I feel like there was a big pop in their fan base, like you were saying. I stopped listening to metal probably 2013 and kind of shifted into like an alternative situation. So me personally, I can't remember all the dates and everything, I couldn't tell you necessarily what I think about their whole evolution. But what I can tell you is I saw them at Warped Tour and I saw them at another venue, and there was a good space in between.
What year at Warped Tour?
They were on Warped Tour 2012, 13, and 14. And then they were too big for 2015.
Okay, 12.
Yeah.
I went
So
12.
2012?
The first
Okay.
time, and I saw them and the quality, despite the years, like you could tell, like they were like putting something together.
Yeah.
Was that the one
And
that had
like-
all the white stuff on the stage?
Yeah,
It was
Oh,
all
white,
white,
yeah,
yeah,
all
all
white
the white
gear.
Marshalls
Dude,
and all
was
that
that,
shit.
that was the one that
good.
you were playing, or you weren't playing it, but you were at the Boss tent.
That might have been that year. I feel like
Dude, that was the one that you gave me the backstage pass when I saw Pearson
no,
Bale
I
and this
think
man.
that was the year I worked with. I think that's 2011, man. I want to say no,
No,
it was
it
2012.
was
No, it was 2012.
2012.
It was 2012.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was out of high school.
we had backstage. That
On
shit.
that Warped Tour, he was wearing that Ollie kept rocking the Bulls jersey.
Yes,
he did.
that's
Yeah,
what I
the
remember.
Bulls
So,
jersey.
and that's
dude.
what. So the
Yeah,
energy. That's
dude.
what I was going to talk about. So the energy of Bring Me the Horizon at Warped Tour and at the other venue, I can't remember where it was.
Yeah.
The energy, it was like, it almost it's just crazy.
Yeah,
It's
the fan,
nuts.
like, dude, like the crowd, like, really gets into them.
Yeah, and they're excellent at like crowd control. Like,
Yeah, they
almost to like the extent like a DJ is. Like they
Yeah.
do super well at embodying music around them. They're really great.
Dude,
they're
they
really
really
great
are.
band.
They really are. I'm surprised you knew that much about them, you know? Like, I was just like, you know, he's being quiet, he probably not had much to say, so I was like, I'm gonna just, because honestly, I wanted to wrap
judging
wrap
books
this
by
up.
the cover.
Really, I did. But, well, judging books by the picks. Because,
Ah.
like, I mean, he hasn't been anywhere near that genre
That's true. No.
this whole time. But, anyways, I was trying to wrap up that bit. So, that didn't work. But, Brennan, what you got?
Okay, so honestly, I can't believe I missed this one when we were doing the 2012-2013
Yeah.
time frame. But a band came and went very quickly. They were called Worthwhile, and they have an album called Carry On Kid, which came out in 2013. Work of art. Honest to God, work of art. If you're not going to listen to the whole record, at least listen to the song Unlovable.
Oh, yeah.
It sums up kind of the overall emotion of the entire album. I love the raw, the way that it's mixed.
Oh,
is very
dude,
raw.
it's so good.
So real.
It's like you can hear the room in his vocals.
Yeah.
That is so cool because like honestly, that's kind of a thing like that you want to fight against a little when you're recording vocals. Like you kind of want them to be a little easy to work with.
Well,
but these are
depends,
full on room vocals,
Full
man.
on.
Like I don't even know if he's singing into the mic that's recording his vocals.
This is something we're listening to upstairs earlier.
Yeah.
Dude.
It is. It's Marshalls and really really heavy sounding drums.
Yeah.
It is
Full of space, full of dynamics. It's
Pure emotion.
It's stop and start at when they say so.
Yeah.
You know, like when they say so, that's when it goes. So this song, I almost got Unlovable tattooed across my toes because it's 10 letters and like you got 10 toes like right in a row. So that's how much this song means to me, at least.
Worthwhile.
This,
This is such a. I discovered again. iTunes Radio came and went very quickly in the 2010s to 2000. Well, I guess it popped up like 2012, I think. But this is one of those bands that just popped up when I was listening to heavier stuff.
Yeah.
Like Ghost Inside or...
Wait. Were they on In Vogue?
I think so. I'm pretty sure they were on In Vogue, but this was way before my time with them.
Yeah,
Where's
but I
my
heard.
phone?
I thought you told me a story about how their label, whichever one it was, kind of squeezed them out of the game.
The label that they were on was trying to make them basically what Counterparts became.
Yeah.
So the goal was like take this really heavy band,
take a bar band.
Yeah, this was self-released on this particular one, but I think they had a release that might have been on In Vogue. Let's see. Sorry guys, 1 second.
But yeah, I mean,
no, it was Hopeless, but Hopeless and In Vogue are very, very closely, closely related.
Isn't it all Rise Records? Basically?
No, but Rise Records and Sony, Rise Records, Hopeless, and In Vogue Records definitely like keep very close tabs. Whenever one label has a band that doesn't quite fit in with their release schedule,
so
they'll pass them along.
Peripherals or whatever, they're peripherals.
Right.
Each other.
Well, yeah, they're affiliated, but they're not owned. They're all separate entities.
Yeah.
Hopeless is a great record label to be on. I mean, that was The Used. That would have been.
That's cool.
At one point in time, that was.
Their new shit's not so good.
Oh, I'm sure it's not.
I was very disappointed.
It's hit or miss. You know, you can be gone for a long time in the scene, and you can come back a new thing, or you can try to salvage what's left. And
well, I think they
I
think they tried to do a new thing and failed because
that
I will say,
too. You know, all avenues are just an avenue. Like
exactly.
You know, the used might.
I'll be back in 10 minutes. I'm gonna walk the dog.
Work.
Open your mom.
Right on.
Right on.
So
it's still recording.
So we'll just cut. We'll cut that.
Cut.
What were we talking about?
But yeah, Worthwhile definitely was a band
that's not gonna cut well. This is all not gonna cut well.
That's okay.
Yeah, I guess.
What would you like me to do then?
We're good.
But Worthwhile definitely was a band that hit the scene with a
good record.
Bursting, flaming, huge impact on everything, and then all of a sudden they were dead.
What year was this?
This is 2013 for this album. Okay. Their last record was 2015, and that's when they fizzled out. Unfortunately.
So this is their first record, and
this was their first full length. They had another record in 2015.
Or you mean before that?
This is 2013.
Right. So they only had two
full lengths, and then they had EPs and singles and different things.
Okay. Before all that.
Yeah. I just.
So how long have we been around? Because like you made it sound like to me
like 2012 to 2015. That was it. 2012 really? 2015, like a 3-year period, come and gone. Like, which is fine.
That sucks.
It does suck, but man, sometimes
they could have done so much.
I mean, there could have been mental health things. I mean, you gotta look at it like sometimes when a band creates music this intense, there could be something there mentally preventing them from continuing on. Yeah,
I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you.
But that's the end of my first song.
Okay, yes. All right, so mine is "Fighting Kangaroo" by Joyce Manor, and this is off of $1 Million to Kill Me, 2018. So ever since probably Cody, but maybe the album before that, which was their self-titled, I think. I have been pre-ordering this band's records. Like I know when they're gonna come out, and I pre-order them, and this was no exception. $1 Million to Kill Me, one of their newer records, because they just put out another one, but it was all old stuff, and it was not even re-recorded. It was literally old stuff, like
demos and shit.
Yeah, it was older versions of songs I've heard a long time ago. So which is actually kind of cool because it was like a Corona release. That's cool. But No Just Kill Me, really awesome record, and they really chilled out.
They did.
They really chilled out.
They did, yeah.
Yeah. Some of their older stuff is kind of chill too. Like they've always had that in them, but it wasn't ever really on their feature links until this album and the one before.
And Cody became more digestible as well.
Yes, 100%.
I use that term a lot, and as bands progress, they do become more digestible because they hear that in their own music. Like, oh, that part was pretty rough. I don't know how do we smooth that out.
Oh, and if there's a band called Rough, it's Joyce Manor.
Yeah.
Their old stuff. Yeah. The Joyce Manor I love. Like, you know what I mean? I love that shit. But they are rough. This song, like, it sounds like getting a tattoo to me. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if that makes sense to people, but like that, like it has like some weird like tattoo references. I feel like, but also it's like that chill like sort of feeling that you're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, like,
All right, I'll take a skull.
This is happening.
Good tattoo.
yeah,
that
whatever,
skull on
fuck
me,
it.
bro.
So, you know,
Tribal.
like it's just got good. It's got a good vibe. Like the opening line is, "I was born a lucky one. I wasn't having any fun." That's so crazy, right?
That's pretty dope.
Yeah,
That's a pretty good lyric.
yeah. It's called "Fighting Kangaroo."
The whole record, man.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
whole
yeah.
record.
$1 Million is coming. There's a song on this record that's about like a wife who marries into money, who is like, nah, fuck this shit, and she burns all the money. She's like, fuck, like not only fuck my husband, but fuck the money too. Like, you know,
Wow.
And yeah,
like it's like
she
one of
was-
those like where the character flips, like she was like getting money, like you know, like
Damn.
gold digging,
Yeah.
but then like realize that that's not the right path. You know, it's really cool. A lot of this
That's
band's
pretty dope.
songs are through the perspective of women, which I think is cool too, because there's no women in it.
That is really cool.
Yeah,
I noticed that. Yeah.
A lot of their songs are, and the one I was just describing was, but this one isn't. Anyways, great freaking album, great artwork, great music videos for this album.
For this particular
Yeah,
album.
and I don't know, I can't say enough about it. Like, even the album art's dope. I pre-ordered this album. I mean, I knew I loved it before I even had it. I
It's
knew
one
I
of those
loved it
things,
before
yeah.
I even. This is a band that will never disappoint me. Like, they can't. I just.
It's nice having
Yeah.
those bands.
Yeah, dude. You were talking about that last week too, and
'Cause you can count on them.
you can count on them, and that's why it's my first pick for the best hits. But what you got, man?
I got some Oren Major. So Oren Major that is relatively unheard of right now. He hit me up on Instagram and was like, "Hey, I'm throwing this show at this bar in Kansas City. It'd be cool if you come." Like, I was like, "Okay." And he talked to me for a few minutes, and I was like, "All right, maybe I'll check out your music." And checked out his stuff, and it was really, really good.
Where's he from?
I'm not sure.
Is he near?
I couldn't tell you. I don't want to say anything
Yeah.
that's not factual.
I feel it.
But Oren Major is absolutely killer. You'll see, and I don't mean to talk mess on any other rappers in like the general game per se.
No, for
so
sure.
we're not going
Yeah.
to name any names, but a lot of times you'll go to a show and like there will be a main track being played behind it, and it's being sung over.
Oh, that's everybody.
Right. Okay.
Well, we're almost talking about almost. There's
We're
a
talking
few.
about
I've seen a
everybody.
few. Seen a few that don't. But
Most of them do,
So
though.
I'll go on the record saying
most of
most
them
do.
do.
okay, fair enough. So
I'll go on the record saying most.
Oren's show was absolutely phenomenal. It was actually the best.
So no backing tracks.
There was backing tracks, but he had it like his vocals were almost like non-existent. Like he was pushing and giving every single bar,
Uh-huh.
every single annotation, vocal like.
Do you like
That's
Shake
cool.
Well?
I don't.
Yes.
You like Shake Well?
Shake Will is the bomb.
I saw Shake Well maybe about a year ago,
Yeah.
maybe like a little bit less, like around this time last year, and no backing vocal tracks.
That's awesome, man.
Everyone else at that show did, and there were big people at this show,
Really?
and I was not impressed
Yeah.
because I could hear them completely out of breath
Yeah.
trying to rap over the
actual
Spotify
vocals, yeah.
track.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
straight up, like it was like exactly what you'd hear.
My buddy was my good buddy Harrison. We lived together, and he and I were talking one night, and he was like, I had created this track, and I was showing it to him, and he was like, "Bro, this is killer." He was like, "I really love this, but like, be careful to go beyond like this, because I know like you may,
Yeah.
but like make sure that you can do it live, because like if you can't do it live, you're gonna run into all sorts of potential issues. Like it's not really
just,
like it's like
If
setting
you
the
can't,
par.
don't.
Right.
I'm all for.
Or
I'm
have
all
different versions you do live.
Yeah,
exactly.
there you go.
I'm all for. I'm
Yeah.
all for studio
Absolutely.
records.
And I
Dude,
think
Look at the
live,
White Album, Beatles.
yeah, absolutely. And I think live, like if you look at any live performances, what's that? Is that
And this.
What's that? Tiny desk. Tiny.
Tiny desk.
Yeah.
NPR,
Okay. Yeah. NPR. For instance, like you look at Anderson .Paak, Enya Mac stuff, like all of their, it's all there. It's all you can. It's the song, but it has its little twinges to make it. It's live music.
That's what musicians. That's musician.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, dude, you're either a producer or a musician.
Yeah.
You can do it in the studio. Anybody can. I'm a producer. I'm not really a musician, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really do live stuff. I have before. Not my thing. I'm a filmmaker, dude. Filmmakers get 1,000 shots and then pick 70. You know what I mean? Like, I'll like you narrow it down.
Yep.
And it's like I guess like more like throwing paint at a canvas.
At a canvas.
The thing is, dude, when it comes to filmmaking, which is where I'm deeply rooted, brand new art form. Never have. I think the cutting of film, like to where, like going from this angle to this angle or whatever, like everything that you're ever used to ever. I think that happened in like the 40s.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so think about it like that.
Damn.
I mean, the guy that like pretty much invented jump cutting, which was Godard, he's still alive. So think about that. Film has not been around. So
That's true.
yeah, the medium is growing, and it went through some phases, but
that's pretty cool.
That's why I like that aspect of filmmaking and apply it to making an album, because you can do whatever you want, and you don't have to be able to do it live, because film is not the stage.
Right, that's true.
It's not the stage.
That's true. They're separate places.
Yeah, if you were watching a movie, but the movie was happening on a stage, you'd be switching seats every 4 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
So it doesn't happen like that.
Right.
Which that should be allowed, right? That should be allowed. That should be allowed in the world of music.
Hell yeah.
But have a stage play for it or whatever. Have a. I'm just talking now.
No, you're right. All right, I'll wrap it.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Stop me.
All right,
There's been
so-
a lot more beers than normal before this session. I'll
Okay.
tell you.
This
All
is
right,
also
so-
the second one this week.
Oren Major. So Oren Major's Ghetto Hymns. You can look it up on YouTube, but we're gonna play it in a minute if you want. It's a really good video to it. It's a really good demonstration of what someone can do with literally no label, no nothing. Oren is a completely independent artist. He works with one other person, and that's his manager.
Dope.
Yep, and they strictly make their money off Spotify streams.
Dope. That's exactly what I was talking about.
They hit their milli mark like already. Like and this was not that long ago when I went to a show. It was maybe February or January, somewhere around there, right before COVID.
Right before the world ended.
Right before the world ended. And he was like, yeah, it's $10 at the door, blah, blah, blah. I walk into the bar. I'm like, hey, man, I'm here for the show. And they're like, oh, cool, man. Yeah, all right. No, okay, well, I'm going to sit at the bar. And then and then I saw sound people going upstairs, and I was like, okay, so I guess I'm going to go upstairs. And then like a couple came in, went upstairs. Like, all right.
No, I'm definitely going up there now.
I'm definitely going up there. Yeah, nobody.
Seems like where all the cool people
I
go.
was like, who do I give money to? And like nobody was like,
So you got it for free.
yeah, I got it for free. It was sick. Yeah, it was a really small show, but it was really personal because of that.
Dude, I can't count on all of my fingers and toes how many shows I've gotten to do for free.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, I cannot. Yeah, honestly, I'm all about the.
We're gonna have to have.
I belong here.
We'll have to have like a session talking just about like free shows that we've gotten into, because I'm sure that could be.
Oh
yeah.
my god,
Dude.
I've got a bunch of
That'd
stories.
be hilarious to tell
You know,
people.
you know what's great? Like, honestly, I don't know why I give off this vibe, because I'm really like, I can play guitar, I can play different instruments, but I'm not really a musician.
Like, oh, he's one of the band.
Yes,
Well,
dude, I get that all the time. They're always like, "Hey, what band are you?" And not like, "Hey, who are you?" Like, it's always just like, "Come on in, who are you with?"
All
And
right,
like,
come on,
yeah.
let's get you a
So
VIP.
yeah, they're like, "Oh, here's your drink tickets."
You must be here working.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's
sure. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna say no.
Right.
Like,
That would be wrong, dude.
yeah.
Well, we're moving on to the next
Yeah,
song.
we
Then.
got to move on.
All right, Jose, what
Good
do you
job.
got?
All right, so for the next song, or the next band, it's another one, a big one for me. Right with Bring Me Horizon, Beartooth.
Yes,
Beartooth. Bad listener for the album Deceased in 2018. And, dude, when this album came out, it blew my mind because like all their past stuff, right? A lot of this stuff was fake drums. I mean, don't get me wrong. Of course, he came up with it.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it was fake drums. It was made of his basement, stuff like that. You know.
That's pretty normal.
Yeah, and
Orange, Micro Terror Dark. Yeah.
Dude, that's
what they used for the guitar tracks.
And then all of a sudden, I start seeing his posts, Caleb Shomo's, like going to Tokyo and Japan, like this and that, like here and there, blah, blah, blah. And he's going to all these studios, and he ended up in Blackbird Studios, right?
Oh.
He ended up back there, and he was posting, you know, the behind the scenes and all that, and I was getting so excited. Bro, the first song came out, which is Infection, came out right before the first day of Warped Tour. In 2018, I want to say, yeah, right before then, or I don't know, maybe it's 2017. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Anyways, they dropped this because they dropped them in singles at first, and they dropped the song before Warped Tour, and then they started playing it throughout Warped Tour, just this one song. It became very popular, and then started dropping Bad Listener, this and that. And like, bro, what a record! Drums were real, everything was real, done by Caleb.
Dude, that's honestly kind of rare, dude. Like, it really is. Because, like, it's really hard to record drums. It really, really is.
How do you write down all your ideas and play them on every instrument?
Isn't the live drummer the guy from City Lights? Because Oshi's in that band. He was the vocalist of the band City Lights. And he's the bass player and backing vocalist. And Will Dealey is a friend of mine. He plays guitar for Beartooth right now.
That's the dude, that's the new dude,
Dealey,
because what's his name?
What was he in before?
He had his own band called Heavy Things.
I know that band.
Yeah, very Christian. They're very, very Christian.
Yeah, because Cam or whatever, Cam is a guitar player. He's out now. So he's the guy filling in?
So he's got yeah. I think he's more permanent now because he's got his ESP endorsement and everything. I remember hanging out with Will at South by So What, and that was the day he got offered a signing. And yeah, that was not Austin. That was Deep Alum, which is like Westport.
I know Deep Alum.
Yeah, Deep Alum, man, that's a party town. I'll tell you what.
Well, it's a college town.
Will Dealey did his set right a couple bands before my band played, and we were there with Nick, the owner of Invoke, and he actually signed Will and his band Heavy Things that day. Right there in front of us. Yeah, right then and there. Heavy Things did really, really well for a while, but now he's rocking with Beartooth. So that's pretty cool, right? Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But what a record. What a record. I mean, I cannot believe it. Because like the way they work is so weird, but he obviously got a great deal with Red Bull. And
this is so you too. Like having a Beartooth. Because like, do you remember one of the first messages you've ever sent me ever?
You fuck with Beartooth.
Remember that? What did you say, bro?
Hey, bro, you fuck with Beartooth?
And I was like, yeah. And you're like, you fuck with Knock Loose? I'm like, yeah. You're like, I was like, you want to be best friends? You're like, yeah.
Bro.
But you have to call me Nighthawk.
You're right.
And you're like, I wouldn't have it in here with Wayne, Nighthawk.
Couple kids on the block.
Oh, man.
But honestly, Beartooth is just one of those bands that I'm going to listen to forever.
Hell yeah.
And ever.
Forever.
Like, Beartooth, yeah. Caleb Shomo, dude. Connor Dennis and everybody else in the band. Oshi, man. Big PlayStation guy.
Man, was that your second song?
That was the second song.
All right, we're only doing 3 today, boys. So the best of the last 2.
No, come on.
Best of the last 2.
No, come on. All
right, we're going to fly through then.
No, I will fly through. Oh, come on.
Through.
You took that iPad over here.
Tilt it, band. All right, anyway.
There we go.
Well, I had to give Jose some love there.
Well, yeah, but
Jose, was that all you had to say about Beartooth today?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll keep it
Bro,
rolling.
we've been going for life.
I know, we've been going for God.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next pick is Balance and Composure, Body Language. Now, look, Balance and Composure.
35 minutes.
Balance and Composure. Come on. Like, when I first heard them, which would have been like 2012, like 2013, I was...
before then.
No, that was about when they did...
No, dude.
2012 was when they did Split with Title Fight. That was when I first heard them.
No, man. I think we heard of them about 2011.
Title Fight? I mean, Balance and Composure?
Balance and Composure.
Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, Pennsylvania.
I Tore You Apart in My Head was probably 2011.
No.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
2012, bro.
I'm looking it up.
That's 2012. Anyway, Balance and Composure. Pennsylvania has created, honestly, the scene in Pennsylvania has gifted us with some brilliant
Tons
bands.
of shit.
Tons of great artists.
Kingston, dude.
Kingston. Title Fight, Pity Sex.
Well, Kingston's Red.
It's like
August Burns Red. Oh, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Oh, dude. But Balance of Composure will always have a special place in my heart.
Always.
Their
dude.
farewell EP was Slow Heart 2017. Specifically the song Body Language. Wonderful tune, wonderful beat, wonderful everything. I mean, they took
2011.
Wow, I stand corrected.
2011.
I sit corrected. Anyway,
I heard this album when it was brand new, and I remember it because it was my junior year of high school.
so the Title Fight split was before that or was after that? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're moving on.
I got it right
But
here.
Slow Heart was their farewell EP. They were done making music. The album before that was incredible, but this EP was just kind of like songs that didn't quite make it on that record.
Yeah.
Maybe they were for something else.
They were good though.
They were
Yeah.
freaking incredible.
Everything they make is great.
Like,
Yeah.
You know, if
Slow
you could
Heart was
only-
2017, dog.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh.
That's what I've written down.
So wait, the split. Sorry,
Split, yeah. Title Fight.
that was 2010. 4.
That's it. It was Tiger's Jaw. I had it wrong.
Tiger's Jaw.
A different band that starts with a T from Pennsylvania. My bad.
Both were
Great
hit.
band though. Also
Hey,
was
both
mentioned
were
in this
hip.
decade.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I mentioned it. At least one. I mentioned it once, but I wanted to mention it twice, but I forgot the first time. I should have added that one.
Oh, boo-hoo. Well, anyway, Slow Heart,
Man.
2017, 3 songs. One of them's Body Language. Go check that out and just rock
Dude, what a
that.
song.
On to the next one, Ian. This one's a banger. You can't
yeah.
walk into our studio without hearing this fucking song.
No, not recently. Honestly,
You pull up to my house every morning.
Yes,
It's like,
yes. This is the last song that I've heard. That's relatively new, because like I've heard some like older songs I've never heard before, and they've like made me like when I got to my destination.
This
like,
one takes you to a place, man.
like stop and just. I need to listen to this song. Like I don't care how late I am because I'm always late. If you know me, I'm always late.
How late?
I'm always like the last thing anyone. Well, my last words to any of you guys will probably be, "All right, I'm like, see ya." That's my last sentences always because I am late, notoriously. But so when it makes me sit in my car and be a little more late,
That's a good song.
That's a great
That's
song.
That's a
Yeah.
good song right
this
there.
was the last one that made me do that. And it's Iron Heel by Somos off Prisoner on a Hill, 2019.
We have to do a tribute to the member that passed away. Was it Brandon? I thought his name.
Yes, 2 days before this record came out. 2 days before this record came out, one of the members of this band passed away, and
Wow, that
I honestly did not. That didn't affect me because I wasn't really into this band. I listened to him on and off, but not. I wasn't following him so close that I knew that. But I
That
found that
sucks.
out later on.
That's gonna be sad.
Yeah, and it like took it blew me back, but I couldn't imagine how hard this album hits for some people.
Yeah.
For them, can you imagine for
Yeah.
the band itself?
Absolutely.
Like, dang.
They
And
just
I think
finished
this
it.
album is a lot about war too.
It was Phil Haggerty.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he was also the one who sang.
Mm,
No,
Yeah, I didn't think he was.
it was the bassist. Okay, so yeah, Phil was just guitar player. Because there was a bassist who was the vocalist. I'm really bad at remembering like what people do in each
Yeah,
band.
same.
But R.I.P. Phil. What an
Yeah,
incredible, incredible record.
What an incredible record. What an incredible sound.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like all throughout their career, they've had an incredible sound. And they've been mentioned on this. They're Tiny Engine.
Tiny Engines.
Tiny Engines, great record label.
Oh,
great
man.
artistic direction, good stuff.
I'm done.
All right,
I'm
Mason.
done.
We got some Mac Miller, Perfect Circles off Good AM.
Wow. Why'd you have to hit me again?
I know.
Bro,
right
you
in the
hit us
heart, bro.
Man.
But yeah,
This might be the episode I cry on.
it's almost a three. It's almost a 3 because of Temptation.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
But that track, man. So I feel like Mac made that as an embodiment. I don't know. It just kind of feels like that.
Yeah. Perfect Circle, Godspeed.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you've heard the 777, that's the album?
Yeah,
Right?
Extension.
Yeah. So that's Mac has.
That's Kid Trunks.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Kid Trunks and Extension.
Okay. Okay, so
Same like riff.
yeah, they've got the same beat, and it's actually got X's verse in it, but Mac puts a decent bit of his own music in there. The track's 7 minutes long, so I mean that can kind of give you an ideation of it, of what he put into it.
Right.
And I think that it's a good jam, but it's also like a good like memory of two really good artists.
Oh, definitely, yeah, and it's like really like lo-fi, but also jazz. Like it sounds like a jazz bar.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it sounds like you're at a jazz bar owned by people who love hip hop.
Yeah.
I'm honestly happy that you found like man, Mac Miller has some great songs. He was
the best. Some of the best.
Yeah.
dude, and as an artist, like he was a full-on musician, like he played a lot of, he played guitar, he played bass, he did this, he did that,
and has hella footage of him doing it as a kid.
as a kid.
Like, dude, that's how you know. Like when if there's like home video of you doing some shit,
Dude, he's
like
rapping,
if you even have that like way of doing that, some people
That's
don't.
crazy.
And just his smile, dude.
Yeah.
Like every picture ever you see of this dude, you never see him like mad.
He glows.
He's always just
smiling,
the same as a kid from until
Yeah.
smiling. Great. Honestly,
I
makes
grew
me
up with a
happy.
kid that kind of looked like Mac Miller. I can't
That's
remember
cool.
who that was, but they always like every time I see him, I always like think of this one kid who's honestly like nameless in my memories, but
Whoops.
I feel like I grew up like he was like a neighbor. What was that neighbor kid? I forgot.
Well,
Next,
on Jose.
anyways.
We forget stuff on Jose.
This
All
is
right.
mixtapes where we forget stuff.
So for my next song, are we doing 3 or 4?
No, we're doing 4.
4.
Keep going.
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
So, Slaves.
episode,
I know a lot
yes.
of artists from Beautiful Death in 2018. Dude, I gotta give a shout out to my homies. They're dope. Felipe, what a great guy.
Would you say that you know a lot of artists?
Not
In slaves?
yet, but honestly, what a great job. The cool thing about this is, I don't know if I want to say it, but
Do it.
all right, F it. Sorry, Felipe, if I get in trouble, but
Do it.
they wrote the record with his help. Like they asked him to come and write this record, which they had to ask somebody else, and the guitarist didn't come out right. So, through mutual friends in the band, Felipe came around, so he played the songs. He came to see King's Gambus in St. Augustine, and we're hanging out, and we were cool, but we weren't that cool yet. And he's like, "Bro, I think I'm about to join this band, and would you like to listen to it? Like, we don't have vocals on it, but like, if you want to listen to it." And I was like,
Hell yeah.
"Well, yeah, like that."
Send it over.
And to be honest, like I was like, dude, I was sitting there in the car because he has an accord, a Honda Accord. We were sitting there in his Accord, and I was like, bro, this sounds so fucking sick. I was like, what band are you like? What are you doing? And he's like, oh, dude, like I think I want to go play in Australia and New Zealand with slaves. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Why did you lead
like,
with that? Like,
wait.
I would have totally led with that. Like, listen, bro, fuck you. I'm going to New Zealand, Australia with my band. You want to listen to it or not? Because if you don't, then fuck you. Get fucked.
I'm all grown
Honestly,
up.
I don't need
bro.
friends anymore. I'm fucking
Dude.
famous. Damn, dude.
I was
I'm just kidding.
I could not. I was like so impressed because like, dude, Felipe is such a like down to earth guy. Like he really is like an amazing guy. And he came to my wedding. So okay, we got married. I'm gonna say this real quick and then we'll move on. But yeah, he's so dope, dude. We decided to get married. We're like, fuck it, we're gonna do it. So
You and Hope.
Hope.
you and
Sorry,
Felipe.
not Felipe. Yes, my bad. No, me and Felipe.
You and Felipe did not decide to get married.
No,
You
no,
and Hope decided
no.
to get married.
My wife and I, we
Yeah.
were like, we're gonna do it, and it was on our 1-year anniversary, so that was 2 weeks from there. We're like, oh shit, but we wanted to keep it small. So the day of the wedding, I called him because he's always all over the place. So I was like, dude, where you at? He's like, I'm sleeping, and I was like,
Come to my wedding.
I'm getting married in a few hours. You wanna come?
He's
And
like, say less, fam.
dude, I'll be there. And he showed up, dude.
Say no more,
And
fam.
dude, we were there partying and shit, hanging out, having a good time. And his band, dude, I gotta give it to them because like what an incredible record, and like their newer stuff is even crazier.
Johnny Craig was in that band.
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
at some
so
point.
I mean that's
yes,
we could just that's the credentials enough.
yes,
To,
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. He.
That's
really-
one of like all of the bands that Johnny Craig got kicked out of.
Yeah.
They always get better once he leaves.
Yeah,
They do.
He
He makes bands.
Shout
man.
out to Matt McAndrews.
You talked about this
killing it.
on this show, so if you're curious about what Jose really thinks about Johnny Craig, listen to some of the earlier episodes. I think 1 or 2. He'll say Johnny Craig was put on this earth to make bands a thing or something.
Yep.
Something like that. You can go look at it.
Yep.
What you got, Brian?
Okay, so we waited a long time for a New Story So Far record.
Yes,
so,
we fucking
did.
did.
So like, you know,
Yes, we did. I think the last one before this was 2013.
It was.
Yes.
And it was a good record.
Great
Chris
record.
Crummett did that record. He did a great job. They went back to Panda Studios to do what eventually became Proper Dose. We heard a single in like 2015, I think, like that. And that was it. That was all we heard.
No, wait, are you talking about Clairvoyant?
No, that was with a split. That was for a split.
Yes, but that was like
right. That was 2014.
14. No, that was 2013. I was in Basic Training when that came out.
Okay. Well, besides the point. Anyway, but Upside Down is a song that I picked off of the album Proper Dose. Honestly, that song is an example of just a really well done, softer rock song. I mean, the way that it comes in, they got the that old Fender little music maker. It looks like a keyboard, but it's not. I forget the exact name of that, but they would play like do a little bit of an accordion type thing with that. It's the mix. The mix on Proper Dose is hit and miss with me. Sampura does a great job on everything he does.
Yeah.
I feel like there were some parts in Proper Dose that I was just kind of. That's really processed. Like it was really processed in a way, but that record,
it was
there's
mixed
some
pretty
great
well.
songs. Oh, it mixed well. It was there's some great songs on it. I mean, I listened to it all the way through. It's great. But Upside Down was the track that stuck out to me because it was just one of those songs.
Do you think that's a Stranger Things reference?
No, I really don't. I really don't. I think it's more
that was definitely out.
Oh, it's definitely that time period. Don't get me wrong, but there were a lot of songs on this record that were written years before it came out. And
a lot of those songs are about pills.
Well, that and also like fighting with the fact that
dose.
you're sick of your own band. That is the thing. When I've met the Story So Far. I
have
them on the
too,
road.
but they hated me, and we talked about it on this show.
We have talked about it on the show, but the truth is, they got to a point where like everybody in the underground scene or in the scene of like I like bands that no one's really truly heard of. They were just all about this band. They were sick of themselves before they ever really truly got to be
genre to begin with.
No, they weren't. No. This record is definitely taking them into like they.
No. But like even before they were a Story So Far, they were like a hardcore band.
They were, well, okay. A couple of those guys were in a hardcore band.
Okay.
But no, this was like a pop punk side project they were in.
Right.
They didn't
That's what I've
taking
heard.
off, but they were still kids. I mean, they were kids when this came out.
I think they're my age.
I think Parker, when he wrote the song, it was, well, he has 24. It's in the 24 staring at your face like it's the front of the door. So this was 2018 when it came out, but I don't think he wrote this song in 2018. I think he was 25 or 26 when this came out. He was 24 when he wrote it. But again, we're digging a little too deep.
Yeah.
Well, it's a great record. It's very, the way it's mixed is actually kind of unique. It was hit and miss with me.
Yeah. Very emotionally tangible, which is something you always get into in this.
Oh, yes.
Very emotionally tangible. It's literally about like pill addiction to like, I define the proper dose.
Yep.
Because I'm alone and I don't care.
Yeah.
That's like, I don't. Like,
well, that's the song Proper Dose, but this is the song Upside Down.
Exactly, yeah. But a lot of the songs have that message.
Yes, they do. Totally. Yeah. But yeah, Proper Dose, 2018 release, Upside Down. If you're only going to listen to one song of that record, well, listen to Upside Down. It is. It's got acoustic in it. It is wonderful.
Yeah, that's sick.
What you got?
Right, yeah. So I have to. If we're talking about the best of any time that this band was ever around, I'm gonna pick it. I'm going to. It's the Get Up Kids. The Problem Is Me, and this was off of it was off of Problems, 2019. This was like a brand new record for them. Like I know that the first new record I heard from them was in like 2011, and that was I said "Shatter Your Lungs" off of Mirror something, Mirrors or something. But anyways, this one I I feel like they really went dad rock about it.
Mm.
This whole record, I feel like they really like embraced the fact that like
They're older.
they're old. Yeah, and like, excuse me, we're gonna cut that out. Probably not. So like the like I don't know, like in this like the problem is me. He's like sort of like that middle age, like realize that like, oh shit, like I maybe don't know shit, and like I love how he like fully embraced that part of it.
That's cool.
And I feel like that's something
cool.
that's like you can really get a hold of, and it's one of those like I'm too late to be partying, and I'm more so just having a problem, you know. So it's like it's a cool record.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll never not mention these guys. So, you know.
So here they are.
Yep. So here they are. You know, I got these dudes tattooed on me. I will never forget this fucking band. Like,
That's dope.
you know,
dope. Yeah,
they will go to the grave with me, and they will go to the grave with this fucking podcast. So without further ado, Mason's second to last song.
Yep. Oh, so we got some Jack Harlow
Hey.
off a 2018 release. So if you listen to Jack Harlow now, I want you to go just look at the album title, because it's a self-portrait. I don't know if it's self-portrait, a portrait of him, and he looks dramatically different. Like you can tell, like, oh, this is Jack Harlow as a kid, right? But it's actually pretty recent. It's 2018. Like the dude grew up in like 2 years. It seems like.
Oh, so
like,
it was like the cusp of his puberty.
like look.
That happened to me pretty
Let me
quick.
show you.
Yeah,
Dude's rocking. He looks like he's fresh out of high school.
Yeah, no, 18,
And respectively,
18,
though.
19.
Yeah. Okay, so
He's a young man.
right, young man, and
Young
and
man.
he looks definitely respectable. Like
Uh-huh.
he's got glasses on, chilling. Like he's always rocking that. Like I don't give a fuck what I look like vibe.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
cool.
No,
A
tell him.
lot of people like try to alter themselves or some way. But anyway, the track I wanted to talk about is Warsaw off of the album Loose. Warsaw is just a chill track, good vibes on this entire album. Jack really kind of flaunts the fact that he's a hook genius. Like if here you want hooks, I got him by the he's got him by the slice. Like,
That's cool.
and so
That is
it's a
dope.
really good album to listen to front to back if you care to. It's that nice and put together.
Yeah.
And then something, like Jack talks later in life about like I thought that I was gonna have my moment already, and that was, and I kind of realized and deducted it down to he thought that Loose was gonna be his What's Poppin',
Right.
but now he's on top of everything.
That's
People
cool.
want him for features, so it's kind of cool. It's good perspective. Like
That is, yeah.
like he even speaks about that in his music. But I think we're gonna move on.
I called it.
Shout out to him
Yeah,
for signing
yeah.
Taylor Gang.
No, I love that too
Absolutely, right?
because I could be wrong, but I'm calling it now. You know what I mean? Like I'm always calling it with my the last music video I did. I won't even mention it, but I feel like I called it with that one. Like like that one. I was like
I really liked it.
yeah, it was good, dude. It was good. So let's do that again.
Yeah.
Let's try to do that again, and then again and again. But anyways,
Yep.
what you got, man?
All right, so for my last song, I gotta say the Almost. I've been a fan basically since they came out. Like I remember when Aaron started doing this thing, and man, the band had its ups and downs. I felt like at some point Aaron was having issues, and like just the band just wasn't working out, and blah blah blah. But I legit didn't think that the Almost was ever gonna make a comeback. Because when Under Oath split up and Aaron was like done with it, like he was just done. Like he was just ready to like do something new. Nothing related to Under Oath. Nothing that would remind him of that. And I felt like they almost in a way did because he wrote with Tim and stuff like that. And
you also saw this band like live,
yeah,
like a lot, like
Yeah.
young.
that's how I got introduced to like All Get Out and stuff like that through them. And but anyways, when I've seen Aaron like posting stuff about like writing, blah blah blah, and then he drops a single, and then the album came out, Fear Caller, came out of nowhere, and the story behind it, and Joshua Tree being recorded in Joshua Tree and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It was something that I will never thought was gonna happen again, and it did, and I was not expecting it to be the way it was, and it came out incredible. And I have to say, like, this is on one of my my regular in rotation.
Yeah, wasn't
For
this
sure.
this band or this artist was on another mixtapes?
Yeah, another mixtapes.
I
Did it?
think,
Was
I
it?
think we talked about it on mixtapes.
What did we?
Oh yeah, we
Well,
talked
it
about the
was
Almost.
you.
There was a band that opened for the Almost. You talked. about.
Oh, okay,
That's right.
okay.
Okay, so that's what it is.
so yeah.
Hey, good circle around, bro. There we go.
All right.
So, yeah.
Excellent choice.
I mean, literally, honestly, they're almost the best. The best.
Really.
Cheers, man.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
What you got, Brennan? Let's fly through this.
All right, let's fly through it. So, I played a show a long time ago called at a festival called So Wet Fest, and one of the bands that played right after my band was Rarity, and they were just the sweetest dudes. And I already liked their music. I already knew I liked their music. They had an EP that came out that year prior to that was awesome. But they released an album called I Couldn't Be Weaker in 2016. And that album was just very, very honest.
Humble.
Very humble, very honest.
Even the title of that album screams humble.
Yeah.
I couldn't be weaker.
They're
By Rarity.
By Rarity, yeah.
The sweetest dudes. It all makes sense.
Well, they're Canadian. So,
boy.
gets even
So
better.
they're polite?
Oh, hey,
They're
they're
the-
so polite.
They're the exact boy you want to bring home to your
They're
mom.
like, give us your email address. Hey, we'll tell you about how to get to Canada. No, they didn't have much of a Canadian accent, honestly.
Yeah, I bet.
But they were very
usually
cool
don't.
dudes. And craziest thing was in recently, I think it was about a year ago, they played my old house. They played the basement of my old
Chestnut?
freaking out. Yeah, this
too
house
cool.
I lived off of.
What's it called now?
It's
Parker
called
2.
the Parker 2. There was a Parker 1, now it's Parker 2.
Everybody go to Parker 2 right now. Whenever you listen to this.
And we
Bro.
already played. It was a Monday night, and when you're on tour Mondays, house shows are kind of ideal because they can be free. People might come out. You know, house shows are ideal.
You might sell some merch.
I was so excited to be there. Like excited to be a part of it. I was a little bit bummed to see that most of the members of the band were new, so it wasn't like very many. The people that I bumped into originally, it wasn't.
But this
the same
band is
people.
not super huge.
No, they're a Rise Records band, but they are not.
Oh
a
my
huge
god,
band.
so they're kind of big. So they're big.
They were one of the last bands signed before the Sony switchover, which is
Okay.
which happened.
I
But
guess
this particular song is called Exhale, and it is a great.
2016.
It's a 2016 release. This song sums up the hey, I haven't been as good at being a person as I should be. I haven't taken care of myself like I should have. I haven't taken care of my friends like I should have. It is a song that you write when.
So it's the day after your 25th birthday when you're like, why am I fat? And why do I smoke a pack a day?
Pretty much, but I think it has a very genuine it has a very genuine chorus, a very genuine verse. I'm trying to think of an exact lyric right now. I'm sorry, it's escaping me. But there is a the chorus comes in. I'm pushing myself away. I'm pushing this. It's one of those songs that if you're going through a hard time, this is one of those tunes that could really help you out.
Have you ever showed me this song? Because I don't remember it, but
I don't know if I've actually shown you this song.
I don't think
it's one of
I don't know.
It's
I
like
don't know
if my lady and I had our song, this is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the songs. Like when they played it, her and I were both there. We were just rocking out while they delivered it. It sounded incredible in a shitty basement in a house that didn't even have enough electricity to support the PA. Oh man, it was great.
Oh, I love that house, bro. I once safely evacuated a bat.
You did.
While high on.
Oh, you did.
I won't say the actual drug, but it rhymes with schmel, schmesh, the schmish. That doesn't rhyme. That's pig Latin. Schmella shmee. That's it.
There you go.
It rhymes with schmella shmee.
All right.
And once safely evacuated a bat. So that's a great house. It's got a lot of good vibes. It's got a lot of good colors.
Many
really, really
animal
old
sounds.
house.
Honestly, here's a bonus song. If me and my lady have a song together, it's Beth by Kiss.
Really?
You guys ever heard that song?
No,
I'm going to talk about that
over
song
there.
very, very shortly, but
I'm done with
it's-
my song. You
It's
go.
Peter Criss. No, this isn't even part of this. This is a bonus song.
This is bonus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you mentioned your lady's song. I figured I would, because I will never pick this song normally.
Dude, when we have that year.
I guess
Mixtape's going to be around that long. But anyway, we got...
So, anyways, this song goes out like, Beth, I hear you calling, but I can't come home right now. Because me and the boys are playing, and I just can't find the sound. Because, like, dude, number one complaint of my girlfriend,
you're stuck here and finding the sound, bro.
Yeah, don't really come home when I say I'm gonna come home. And it's not because I'm, like, out fucking being a D-bag. It's because I'm here, like, just trying to
get
it going.
The snare garbage?
Yeah, and I get carried away, you know? But, like, that's the... Beth, I hear you calling. Says, Allie, I hear you calling. Anyways.
All right.
My next song.
Are you
Last song. Tension by Adventures. This is off of
lovely band.
Supersonic Hum 2015.
Lovely.
This band has not been talked about on the show.
Hasn't. Code Orange has.
Yes.
Reba's other band.
Some of this band has been talked about.
That's true.
Yes. It's the girl bass player.
No, Reba Myers is the guitar player.
Oh, she plays. I thought she played bass.
I think she plays bass in Adventures.
Oh, is that
she's
what
a
I'm
guitar
doing?
player of Code Orange, and she's also the first female artist to ever have a signature guitar by LTD or ESP. So
Also dope as fuck, dude.
It's a very cool signature guitar. It has
Yeah.
a close switch on it, of course, because that is a very important feature of that. But shout out to Reba Myers and
I love her, dude.
RM 600.
One of the coolest things about this band, because I was like into really like shoegazy stuff, like around this period of time, because I was like really into like Youth Pool, and like I mean, this band's kind of like really into
Turnover,
that.
a little
Yeah,
bit of
Turnover kind of went in there.
became the teeth.
Yeah, they kind of went shoegazy. I mean, there was like a bunch of other bands that like were real shoegazy, but this band like kind of like fit that slot. But it's crazy that she followed me through genres because I listened to Code Orange Kids and they were Code Orange Kids.
Now they're Code Orange.
Yeah, now they're just Code Orange because they're Code Orange adults.
Dope.
Anyways, so
Tension Adventures.
Yes.
Rick and Grace song.
I only wanted you for the tension. And like I was just starting college, it just seemed like a collegey song.
Yes.
I was a little bit older than the college kids were, but still like it seemed collegey. It seemed like I was in a 90s movie, like
that's cool.
Like, you know, like maybe not even 90s. Maybe that was like more like early 2000s with like American Pie and that shit. But anyways, Mason, what you got? Last song.
Final. This is it.
All right,
End of the decade.
We got some.
That's the greatest hits.
End of the decade, bros.
What you got?
We got some Smino.
Shmino. As mentioned last podcast.
Yeah, I talked on Smino. We didn't do a track on him, unfortunately, because I was out of the year range. But now, conveniently, we got this one. So, Smino, Black Swan, 2017 release. The track's called Netflix and Deuce. I think I'm pronouncing it right. It's Netflix, the @ symbol, and then DUSSE, I believe.
Or the ampersand, you and symbol.
Yeah. So the track itself is a vibe. Smino is classified as according to the internet, neo soul, hip hop, and rap. So
New soul,
neo soul,
meaning like new.
Neo, I always thought was like softer.
I think neo means like a recreation of.
That would make more sense.
Like a new version of that thing.
And we'll go listen to it when we get upstairs.
Oh, that's the next one.
Yeah,
we got all
super
kinds
cool.
of shit to listen to.
So this track in general, it's a vibe. All Smino's music I like that I've heard. I haven't been disappointed yet, and I just found him a week ago. So we're still in the beginning. But the dude's from St. Louis, Missouri.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Midwest.
I'm a Budweiser. Sorry, Coors.
That's right. Hey, we don't. That's okay.
Cold as the Missouri, as Budweiser will
St. Louis
say.
used to be all of the killer amps were made too.
Absolutely.
St. Louis got a bunch of cool shit.
Yeah,
they don't make guitar amps.
It's the gateway to the West, homie.
Dude, speaking of St.
it really
Louis
is.
having cool shit, there's a bar that Smino says, like, talking about his woman or his this person that he's with, and he's saying make you bend like that thing back in my city, like talking about the arch.
Yep.
Arch.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, and I was like, oh, like Smino,
Oh, shit.
that slaps, like slap
That's
certified.
Have you ever hung out and
Bro,
St. Louis?
it's odd. I've been to a lot of states with my family when I was younger, but I've never gone anywhere that's inner city elsewhere. Like I went to Denver. Like you think Denver's friendly, right? I think
what
it is.
year? Depends on what year.
2013, maybe 2010.
Denver's cool.
So
I think
Denver was
Denver's
hella cool then.
I think Denver's cool. So
Denver is not that cool these days. Dude.
right, and now, for example, when we went through Chicago, we didn't stop in Chicago.
Right.
Right. We did, but we stopped in like a shopping area. That
They went to White
like,
Castle.
Yeah, we went to White Castle.
Yeah.
And so let me tell you, like my parents moved from 151st because it's dangerous to the country. So like you can understand, I've been a lot of places, but I haven't.
Yeah, I feel it.
But
I've
St.
never
Louis
actually
is
been to St. Louis.
It's
I've
beautiful
only been
looking.
through.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Okay.
I've
Yeah,
been
it's
to
one of
St.
those
Louis
things-
many times. I've had a lot of good times in St. Louis.
I've always wanted to
I
stop.
played an apartment. I played the living room of an apartment, full band in Chicago, and then we played like, what was that thing in St. Louis? It was what used to be a church. Now stay with me here. It used to be a church, and then it was bought as just like a public space. So picture like a gutted church, basically like what would have been like a sanctuary, all the all the like podiums like gone, skeletal, and it was like some dude's house. He lived in this thing, and we played.
Actually,
Dude,
hella dope.
that would be
In St.
cool
Louis.
as fuck.
It was
Because the
very cool.
acoustics was
Dude,
probably
and also living that would be just sick.
yeah.
It was
man,
a bell tower. It
Hope
was
and
like a
I,
bell
Hope
tower.
and I would. Hope is the one who brought that. She was like, "What if we bought a church and went into a house?" And I was like,
Bro, and put our studio in it and
Yo,
let us
yeah.
stay there rent free.
please,
We
dude.
should do that. Hope,
Dude.
Hope, if you're listening, please do that.
Yeah, she
But you know what the best part about playing in a Chicago apartment is?
What?
You don't even need a kick drum because the lady underneath you with the broomstick.
It's just smacking the shit out
I
of
thought-
it.
True that.
Dude, she's gonna do it for you, so you really get the whole feel of the kick
You
drum.
can go get hot dogs after.
You know, yeah, without the risk of the ankle getting sore.
Oh God.
Right.
So, anyways, this has been an episode of Mixtapes. A very strange, honestly, a new. We've never done this.
You know, I had this
Before.
idea. I'll go ahead and put this on camera because I had this idea. We need to do a mixtapes where we all pick our favorite songs that kick off albums.
Okay.
First tracks.
Oh.
Intro tracks. Exactly.
Should we do that next?
I mean, we can. We have all the
Should
time
we
in
do
the
that
world.
next?
We can do that next.
Because honestly, we have no idea what's the end.
No, it's
This is
pretty-
the end of a decade.
It's the end of a decade, and the next is going to be definitely like 2000 to 2001. But we can fuck
Or we
around
could do
before that.
90s. Or we could do 80s. Because 80s would be so naughty because none of us were born in the 80s.
None of us.
Yeah.
We'll talk about
That'd
it.
be a that'd be
What
a
does the
naughty
future?
episode.
What does the future hold for mixtapes? You'll just have to keep watching. To find out.
I hope
Or
so.
listening.
Dude, honestly,
Yep.
you know, I'm having fun, so
Yeah,
either
I'm
way,
having a great time
Yes.
too.
Yep, absolutely.
you know, it doesn't
Thanks
even
up,
matter
guys.
who's watching.
Thanks,
or
everybody.
listening.
All right. Anyway,